Number one, consider the function f(x) equal 11 square root x minus 2x minus 11, where x interval 0 to 20. Find the value of f0. f0, substitute 0 into this x, it's going to be 11 times 0 minus 2 times 0 minus 11 and equal minus 11. So f0 equal minus 11. Find the value of f20. f20, substitute 20 into this x becomes 11 square root 20 minus 2 times 20 minus 11. And if you calculate, the result is minus 1.8069. Round off becomes minus 1.81. Find the two roots of f(x) equals 0. So we are going to set this expression equals 0. And then we're going to find the value of x. f(x) equals 0. It means 11 square root x minus 2x minus 11 equals 0. I'm going to set this equation becomes 2x minus 2x plus 11 equal 11 square root x. After that, the left-hand side and right-hand side we set becomes squared, squared, this term squared as well. So after that, expand 4x squared plus 44x plus 121 equal 121x. Then for x squared, 44 minus 121 minus 77x plus 121 equal 0. Now we're going to find the value of x, x1 and x2. x1, x2, this is A, B, C. So 77 plus minus square root of minus 77 squared minus 4 times, minus 4 times 4 times 121 divided by 2 times 4. And it's going to be 77 plus minus square root. If you calculate, this is 3,993 over 8. And it becomes 77 plus minus 63.19 over 8. So x1, 77 plus 63.19 over 8, it is 17.5. And x2, 77 minus 63.19 over 8, and the result is 1.73. So the roots of this function, if f(x) equals 0, the roots of x equals 17.5 and 1.73. Next question, sketch the graph of y equal f(x) on the following grid. Firstly, we need to find the intercept point. Intercept point on x-axis, which y equals 0. If y equals 0, the equation becomes 11 square root x minus 2x minus 11 equal 0, if y equals 0. So according to our calculations on part B, we got that x1 equal 17.5. So the coordinate point 17.5, 0, and x2 equal 1.73. So the coordinate point 1.73, 0. And after that, the intercept point on y-axis. Intercept point on y-axis, x should be 0. If x equals 0, it becomes y equal 11 times 0 minus 2 times 0 minus 11 equal minus 11. And the coordinate point 0, minus 11. And after that, we are going to find the extreme point or the critical point. Right. The extreme point we can find through dy dx, the first derivative. So y equal 11 square root x minus 2x minus 11. So we have to set dy dx equals 0. So dy dx equal 11 half x to the power minus 1 half minus 2 equals 0. So we can find x. So it's going to be 1 over square root x equal 4 over 11. And then it becomes square root x equal 11 over 4. So x equal 11 squared, 121. 4 squared is 16. In decimal number, this is 7.5625, or round off becomes 7.6. Now substitute 7.6 or substitute x into y. Substitute x equals 7.6 into y equal 11 square root x minus 2x minus 11. It's going to be 11 square root 7 or 11 quarter. I'm going to use in this one. Square root x is 11. Square root x is 11 quarter minus 2 times x is 121 over 16 minus 11. And if you calculate, the result is 4.125. So extreme point, the extreme point is 7.6, 4.1. This is round off 4.1. Okay, now we sketch. On the grid, we need to find first the coordinate point, the intercept point with x-axis. First, the intercept point occurs on 1.73. This is 1, 2, 3, 1.73 around here. 1.773. This is 1.73, 0. And after that, 17.5. This is 15, 17.5 here. This is 17.5, 0. And then intercept point on y-axis, 0, comma, minus 11. This is then minus 11 here, 0, comma, minus 11. And then the extreme point is 7.6. This is 5, 7, 6, 7, 7.6 around here. And then 4.1 on here. So extreme point located here. This is extreme point. Okay, and we sketch this graph. Like this, and then okay, let's stop here and here. Why? Because the interval of x from 0 to 20. Next question. Number 2. Find the coefficients of x power 6 in the expansion of 2x minus 5 to the power 9. We can use the binomial theorem to expand this expression. According to binomial theorem, that a plus b to the power n equal combination nk times n power n minus k times b power k. So if 2x minus 5 power 9, it is combinations of 9, k equal 3, 2x, a equals 1, 2x power 6, because 9 minus 3, and b is minus 5, and k is 3. If you calculate this combination, result 84 times 64 x to the power 6, because 2 to the power 6 is 64, and minus 5 cubed is minus 125. And if we calculate, the result is minus 672,000 x to the power 6. So the coefficient of x to the power 6 is minus 672,000. So let's continue. Number 3. A discrete random variable x has the following probability distribution. P probability x equal kx over 20 for x element 3, 5, 8, and 11. Find the value of k. Find the expectation of x. A. The given probability distribution is 1, kx over 20. So we need to sum the probabilities for all the possible values of x and set this sum equal to 1. So we need to write it like this. Probability x equal 3 plus probability x equal 5 plus probability x equal 8 plus probability x equal 11 and equal 1. The sum of this probability equal 1. If x equals 3, according to this equation, we can writing as 3k over 20 plus 5k over 20 plus 8k over 20 plus 11k over 20 equal 1. 3 plus 5 plus 8 plus 11 equal 27k over 20 equal 1. So we can determine k equal 20 over 27. That is the values of k. Next, we're going to find expectation x. We use the formula for the expected value of a discrete random variable. And the formula like this. Expectation x equal sigma of x multiply probability x equal x. The probability distribution x equal kx over 20. If k equal, according to this information, equal 20 over 27, so this probability distribution becomes probability x equal 22 over 27 x over 20, and it becomes x over 27 like this. So the probability of each value of x are like this. Probability x equal 3, it is 3 over 27 based on this information. And the probability x equal 5 equal 5 over 27. Probability x equal 8 equal 8 over 27. Okay, and then probability x equal 11 over 27. And the expectation we can determine like this equals sigma x according to this formula. Probability x equal x is going to be 3 times 3 over 27 plus 5 times 5 over 27 plus 8 times 8 over 27 plus 11 times 11 over 27. And if you calculate 3 times 3, 9 over 27 plus 25 over 27, because 5 times what? 5, 8 times 8, 64 over 27, 11 times 11, 121 over 27, equal 219 over 27. Or you can simplify, becomes 73 over 9, or in decimal number, it is 8.1111, or round off becomes 8.11. This is the value of expectation x. Number 4. The following diagram shows the cross-section of the roof of a house. The cross-section is symmetrical about the vertical line through points A and E. It's a diagram. Gradient of BA is 7 over 12. Find the size of angle BAE, expressing your answer in degrees. So we are going to figure out this angle, right? BAE. I will create a right angle triangle B, A, and this is E. I mean this triangle. This right angle triangle here. Okay. And this angle is alpha. And according to the information, this is 7. This is 12. Alpha. This side is 7, and this is 12. So tangent alpha equals 7 over 12. And how we determine alpha? Arctangent of 7 over 12. Well, but we will find this angle, BAE. So angle BAE equal arctangent or tangent power minus 1, 12 over 7. And if you calculate, the result is 59.74. We may round off, becomes 60 degrees. A builder requires the lengths of the sides BA and CE. The builder has the following measurements. Angle ABC equal angle BCE equal 90 degrees. DC equal 50, BC equal 30, and TF equal 700 centimeters. Find CE. To find CE, we need to find DE first, because CE equals CD plus DE. To find DE, I will create the right angle triangle like this, okay, which is this is 360, and this angle is 59.74. Right. D, E, and this angle is 59.74, and this side is 350. Sine 59.74 equals 0.86, and 350 over DE equals sine 59.74. So we can determine DE. DE equals 350 over sine 59.74. And the result is 405.21. CE equal, this is part 1, CE equals CD plus DE equal 50 plus 405.21, 455.21 centimeters. Part 2, we are going to find BA. To find BA, we need to create a right angle triangle. If this point is G, so GA equal CA, okay. CE, sorry, CE, C to E, and CE is 455.21. So we need to find BG. So BA equal BG plus GA. Let's define. The right angle triangle like this. This angle is 59.74. This side is 30, B, G, and this is C. Tangent 59.74 equal 1.71, and 30 over BG equal tangent 59.74. So we can determine BG. BG equal 30 over tangent 59.74. And if you calculate, the result is 17.5. I need more space. So BA equal BG plus GA. 17.5 plus 455.21 equal 472.71 centimeters. Number 5, consider the function hx equal log 10 for x squared minus rx plus r minus 1. Find the possible values of r. For the logarithmic function to be defined like this, the argument inside the logarithm must be positive. So this expression must be positive. So we can state that 4x squared minus rx plus r minus 1 greater than 0. And we can determine by the discriminant, but identify first that A equal 4, B equal minus R, and C equals R minus 1. For the quadratic expression, the discriminant given by D equal B squared minus 4AC. I think this formula familiar for you. So it means the discriminant of this expression, is r squared minus 16 r minus 16, because if you substitute this information into this formula, you can find discriminant like this. And for the quadratic expression, if you want to find the value always positive or always negative, the discriminant you have to set must be negative. If negative, it means this expression must be less than 0. Okay, if negative, so r squared minus 16 r minus 16 less than negative. To solving this inequality, you need to set that r squared minus 16 r minus 16 equals 0, because we are going to find the values of r. Okay, so A equal 1, B equal minus 16, and C equal minus 16 as well. This is positive. Positive one. It's positive. Yeah. Right. So R1 and 2 equals 16 plus minus square root minus 16 squared minus 4 times 1 times 16 divided by 2 times 1. And if you calculate, the result is 16 plus minus 8 square root 3 over 2. If you divide 8 plus minus 4 square root 3. So R1 equal 8 plus 4 square root 3. And R2 equal 8 minus 4 minus 8 minus 4 square root 3. We need to find the solution area. This is 8 minus 4 square root 3. This is 8 plus 4 square root 3. If the inequality less than the solutions area here, this is the solutions area. Okay, so R greater than 8 minus 4 square root 3 less than 8 plus 4 square root 3. So this is the possible values of R. Possible values of R. So number 6, a continuous random variable x has probability density function, this function. Find expectation x. To find expectation x, we are going to using integral. First integral from 0 to 2, the function is 1 over 5. 0 to x times 1/5 dx plus integral. The second is 1 to 8 x minus x over 34 over 15 dx. So it becomes integral 0 to 2 x fifth dx, 2 to 8 minus x squared over 30 or x over 15 dx. And let's find the integral of this expression. The integral is 1 over 10 squared, and integral of this expression is minus 1 over 90 x cubed plus 4 over 30 x squared. And after that, substitute 2 and 0 into this expression, 8 and 2 into this expression. It becomes 1 over 10, 2 squared, minus 0, plus 1 over 10, over 90, a cubed, plus 4 over 30, x squared, minus 92 cubed, 4 over 30, 2 squared. It becomes 4 over 10 plus minus 512 over 90 plus 256 over 30 plus 8 over 90 minus 16 over 30 becomes 4 over 10, 504 over 90, 204 over 30. It becomes 4 over 10. We are going to set becomes the same denominator. 28 over 10, simplify, or equal 2.8. Question B. Given that expectation C minus 2x equals 0, where C is a constant, determine the value of C. We use the expectation formula like this one. Expectation AX plus B equal AX plus B. The expectation C minus 2x equal expectation C minus expectation 2x. Or this is C, or we can writing this expectation as 2x, and while this expression is 0, according to the information. So we can state that C equal 2 expectation x. According to information, that expectation x is 2.8. So C equal 2 times 2.8, 5.6. C. Question is, find the median of x. Remove here. C. To find the median of a continuous random variable x, we need to find the median or m. Median or m. If the median lies between 2 and 8, if median around here. So we can find a median through this assumption that probability x less than median equal 1/2. So the probability. So median equal integral 0 to 2 1/5 dx plus integral 0 to 2 to m of minus x over 30 plus 4 over 15 dx equal 1/2 according to this statement. So let's we calculate this integral. To calculate the integral, we need to find the integral of this expression first, and this expression 0 to 2 1/5 x to m, and the integral is minus x squared over 60 plus 4 over 15x equal 1/2. And the result is 2/5 because substitute 2 into x minus 0 plus minus m squared over 60 plus 4m over 15 minus 4 over 60 plus 8 over 15, 1/2. And this is 2/5 plus minus m squared plus 4 over 60. This is the denominator 60 and 60 plus 4m minus 8 over 15. So 1/2. And it becomes minus 2/5 for this one. So the left-hand side becomes minus m squared plus 4 over 60 plus 4m minus 8, 15, 1/2 minus 2/5 is. So we need to set becomes the same denominator, 60, and denominator is 60. It becomes minus m squared plus 4 plus 4 for n minus 8 over 60 equal 1/10. 1/2 minus 2/5 equal 1/10. 1 over 10. After that, multiply by 60. If multiplied by 60, it becomes minus m squared plus 4 plus 16m minus 32 equals 6. Like that. Minus m squared plus 16m minus 28 equals 6 minus m squared plus 16m minus 34 equal 0. So A equal minus 1, B equals 16, C equal minus 34. M1 and M2 minus 16 plus minus square root 16 squared minus 4 times minus 1 times minus 34 2 divided by 2 times minus 1 minus 16 plus minus 256 136 over minus 2 minus 16 plus minus the result is 120, and square root 120 is 10.95445 divided by minus 2. So we can determine M1 and M2. M1 is minus 16 plus 10.95445 over minus 2, and if you divide, the result is 2.522775. Meanwhile, M2 is minus 16 minus 10.95445 over minus 2, and the result is 13.477225. But we are not going to using this m because the interval of this median, the interval of x 0 to 2 and 2 to 8. So it means only interval 0 to 8 is the interval of x. So it means cancel this number, this median, and we are going to using this median. So median equal 2.522775 or 2.5. Number 7, a self-service sushi restaurant has a row of 12 available seats, as shown in the following diagram. Anfi, Fanya, and Parita decide to go to the restaurant for lunch. Find the number of possible ways that they can be seated in this row if they decide not to sit together as a group of 3. There are 12 available seats in the restaurant if you look on the seats position. The total numbers of ways to arrange ANFI, if AVP, AVP, it means ANFI, Fanya, and Parita. Total number of ways to arrange ANFI, Fanya, and Parita seat without any restriction. And this is seat without any restriction. Is the permutation 12 3 and it is 12 factorial over 12 minus 3 factorial. And if you calculate, the result is 1320. And next, number of ways to arrange Anfi, Fanya, and Parita sit together as a group is 3 factorial multiplied by 10. And the result is 60. So the number of ways they can sit in the row without sitting together as a group of three, of three is 1320, this one, minus 60. And the result is 1260 ways. B. The next day, Anfifanya and Parita are joined by 3 additional people in the same restaurant, and they sit in the same row of 12 available seats. Anfifanya and Parita now decide to sit next to each other as a group of 3. Find the number of possible ways that these 6 people can be seated. Right. As we gain here that the number of ways to arrange AVP, Anfifanya and Parita sit together is 60. And sit together uh, to arrange AVP sit together 60. And then the number of ways to seat the three additional people in the nine remaining seats, three additional people in the nine remaining seats. Okay, in the nine remaining seats. Okay. It is the permutation 9, 3. 9 factorial, 9 minus 3 factorial. And if you calculate, the result is 504. So it means we can determine the total number of ways to seat the 6 people with AVP, with Anvifanya and Parita, with AVP sitting together as a group, is 60 times 504, and it is 30,240. This one. Number 8. Given that W element of complex number, prove that W times W conjugate is modulus of W squared. We are going to prove if W equal X plus IY and W conjugate equal X minus IY, so W times W conjugate equal X plus IY times X minus IY, going to be X squared plus Y squared, and it is modulus W squared. To complex numbers, Z and W satisfy the following equation. This equation, the first equation and the second equation, given that modulus W is 2 square root 5. Find Z expressing your answer, or find Z expressing your answer in the form A plus BI, okay, where A and B element of integer. B 5W conjugate equal 1 minus 2I C squared. If we multiply by W, becomes 5W conjugate equal 1 minus 2I C squared W. And this one, 5 W, this one is 5 times 2 square root 5 squared. Because according to this information that the W equal 2 square root 5, that I'm working here. W times W conjugate equal modulus W squared, and it is 2 square root 5 squared, because according to this information that modulus W squared is 2 square root 5. Right, let's continue. So it becomes 1 minus 2i times z w c. The c squared separated becomes c and c. Right. So it's going to be 1 minus 2i c times w, according to this information that this is 10 plus 10i times c. And this left hand side is 4 times 5, 5 times 4 times 5, and this is 100. Now let me calculate. This is 10 plus 10i minus 20i plus 20. You see, 100 equal 10 plus 20, 30. 10 minus 20 minus 10i. You see, so C equal 100 divided by 30 minus 10i. After that, factorize. This is 10 times 10, 10 times 3 minus I equal 10 over 3 minus I. Multiply 3 plus I over 3 plus I. Z equal 10, 3 plus I over 9 plus 1. It's 10, 3 plus I over 10. It is 3 plus I. So Z equals 3 plus I. So it means A equal 3 and B equal 1. Number 9, the sum of the first n terms of a geometric sequence is given by Sn equals sigma t equals r equals 0 to n minus 1 of 5 log 2c to the power r. Given that as n converges, find the range of possible values of c. If you look this geometric, this geometric sequence, actually this is the geometric series with a or u first is 5. So a or u first is 5, and the common ratio is 1. Common ratio is log 2c. This is the common ratio. And in the series, the sum of the first n terms is given by as n equal a times 1 minus r over n over 1 minus r for r not equal 1. If we substitute a and r, the common rate for the common ratio for this equation is going to be like this: a 5 1 minus log 2c or n. So 1 power n divided by 1 minus log to C. Yes. And it is for log to C not equal 1, like this. And according to this information that as n converges, which means that n, the implication that n approach to infinite. So the sum of this one, the sum as n must approach to a finite value. If n approach to infinite, it means the sum of Sn must be a finite value. For the geometric series, to converge the absolute value of the common ratio, it must be satisfied for the modulus of log to C less than 1. So we can writing becomes two inequalities if modulus log to C less than 1 becomes like this, minus 1, and this is log to C. Okay, log to C greater than minus 1 and less than 1. From modulus becomes, from this one inequality becomes two inequalities. So if we convert into exponential from log to n exponential number, is going to be 2 to the power minus 1. And sorry, this is C actually. I would like to write in C this one. Okay, C, and this is 2 to the power 1. And it becomes 1 half C, and this is 2. So this is the range possible values for C such that as n converges. The range possible value for C. Next question. In the case where C equal 1.5, find the least value of n such that S infinite minus Sn less than modulus S infinite minus Sn less than 0.01. Sorry, less than 0.1. Okay, 0.1, not 0.01. All right. B, I'm going to find one by one. As infinite is A over 1 minus R. A is 5, R is log to C, so becomes 1 minus log to C. 5 over 1 minus log to 1.5, because C is 1.5. 5 over 1 minus 0.58496. And if you calculate this, is 12.0471. What I would like to find, I would like to using this one, this fraction, Sn A times 1 minus R to the power n over 1 minus R. If you substitute 5n log to C, Sn equal 5, 1 minus log, like this one, log 2c. Log 2c, but I would like to using the number 0.58496 for n. 1 minus 0.58496. So this is as infinite and this is as n. According to the question, that modulus s infinite minus Sn less than 0.1. Okay. Or this is minus 0.1 S infinite minus Sn 0.1. I will be using this one for S infinite and this one for Sn. Minus 0.1. S infinite is 5 over 0.41504 minus 5. 1 minus 0.58496 to the power n. Over 0.41504, 0.1. This number 0.41504, because of if 1 minus 0.58496, it is 0.41504. Okay, so therefore, and the denominator I use 0.41504. Okay, and the next step, it already same denominator becomes 5 minus 5 plus minus times minus plus 5 times 0.58496 over n over 0.41504, 0.1, and I will multiply by 0.41504. If multiply, this is 0.041504, 0, this one 0, 0.58496 over n. Sorry, 0.0410504. And the next step, divide by 5. If you divide by 5, it becomes 0.0083008 0.58496 power n. Divided by 5, 0.0083008. Okay, and the next step, if you convert this number to learn, it becomes n. Learn 0.58496 less than length than this number 0.0083008. I have checked learn this number. There is no solution for learn this number. So I am using this number, learn this number. If you learn this number, the result is minus 0.5362118. And learn this number is minus 4.79140338. So n comes, okay, n, I mean this is n, now it's 4.791 minus 4 minus 0.53 on, and can find the result n greater than 893, so on. So you have to using the smallest integer, the nearest integer for this inequality. So the conclusion, the least value of n is 9. So number 10, the following table shows the populations of Canada 2 years after the year 2000. And this is the data. A student uses a linear regression to model the populations of Canada using this data. The student model is P equal AT plus B. Write down the value of A and the value of B. Okay, I will add two more columns for this table. Okay. The first column for T times P, T times P, 0 times this number 30.7 is 0. 5 times 32.2 is 161. 10 times 34, 340. 15 times this number is 8. Okay. It is 535.5. And this one is 758. And this column is T squared. 0, 25, 100, 225, and this is 400. This is 225. After that, we are going to find sigma t. Sigma t is 50. Sigma TP 1794.5. That's 1750. Let's calculate A. A equal n sigma TP minus sigma T times sigma p, this is sigma, divided n sigma t squared, sigma t squared. And if you substitute, this is 5, sigma Tp is 1794.5 minus sigma T is 50, sigma P is 170.5 divided 5 times sigma T squared, 750, minus sigma T squared, it means 50 squared, like this. And if you calculate, the result would be 0.358, while B, the formula is sigma P minus A sigma T divided by N. So if you substitute the information into this formula, the result is 30.52. This one. And the next question, interpret in context the value of A. This is part 1. Part 2, my interpretation, I would like to write in here the value of A represent the average annual increase in the population in the population of Canada in millions. And it's starting from the year 2000, and each year on average, the population increase is increase by 0.358 million, or 358,000 people. Next question. The student uses this model to predict the populations of Canada in the year 2030, where T equal 30, and calculates a population of approximately 40.3 million people. Comment on reliability of the student's prediction. B, a student's predictions, it is unreliable. It is unreliable because it's unreliable because on 2030, the year 2030 is outside the range of data. Okay. The next question. A data scientist Benoit uses additional information to develop an exponential model for Canada's future population. In this model, BT 33.5 times 1.005 to the power T represents the million in people in Canada 3 years after the year 2000, where T interval 25 to 100. Use Benoit's model to predict the populations of Canada in the year 2100. After that, interpret. See part 1. We need to find T first, or time, the duration, 2100, the year 2100 minus the year 2000, and it is 100. And according to the information, the formula of Benoit is BT equal 33.5 times 1.005 to the power T. If we substitute 100 into this formula, it is 33.5 times 1.005 to the power 100. The result is 55.163 million people, so millions of people. Interpret. The interpretation, the annual growth or the annual increase rate of the population is 0.5%, because if you convert this number into percentage, it's going to be 0.5%. Ready? Another data scientist, Cecilia, develops a third model for Canadian population. In this model, CT equals 62 over 1 plus e power minus 0.02 t, represents the millions of people in Canada 3 years after the year 2000, where uh, t interval, same with Benoit, uses Cecilia's model to predict the populations of Canada in the year of in the year 2100. Okay. I'm going to find t first, or time, 2100 minus 2000 equal 100. And according to the information that the CNN model is 62 over 1 plus e to the power minus 0.02 t. And if you substitute 100, 62 over 1 plus e to the power minus 0.02 times 100, and if you calculate, the result is 54.6 million. people. Next question. Determine the year in which the difference between the predictions from Benoit's model and Cecilia's model is greater. My strategy is I have sketched. Okay. I have sketched Cecilia's model graph and Benoit graph. And the Benoit graph, like this, while Cecilia, this is for Benoit graph, and Cecilia like this. Okay, this is for Cecilia. And 25 located here, 100 located here. And I have checked one by one that the maximum gap occurs in between 58, 59, and 60. And you can check by yourself. It's 158, 59, and 60. Now, if substitute 58, 59, and 60 into Bennett model and Cecilia model, you can gain, according to Benoit, if B58, B58 is 33.5, 1.005 to the power 58. The result is 44.74. And if you substitute into Cecilia model, it is 62 over 1 plus e to the power minus 0.02 times 58. And the result is 47.2. And the gap between B58 and C58 is 2.46. Now, 59. If you substitute 59 into B model and C model, it becomes 9. The result is 44.96. And C59 is 47.43. And the gap is 2.47. If 60 B60 is 45.19 and C60 is 47.65 and the gap is 2.46. So the greatest gap occurs in 59. So the greatest difference it occurs on 2059. Next question. Find the value of derivative B 75, derivative C 75. F part 1. BT is 33.5 times 1.005. power t. And the derivative of this function is 33.5 times 1005 power t ln 1.005. And if you substitute 75 into this equation, it becomes 33.5 times 1.005 power 75 ln 1.005. And the result is 0.243. Part 2. Ct is 62 over 1 plus e to the power 0 minus 0.02 t. To find the derivative, I will using substitution. Let u equal 62 and du dt is 0. Phi phi equal 1 plus e to the power minus 0.02 t. Dphi dt is minus 0.02 e to the power minus 0.02 t. So dphi du dt dphi dt. And derivative of Ct is 0 times 1 plus e power minus 0.02 t minus 0.02 e to the power minus 0.02 t and over 1 plus e to the power minus 0.02 t squared. So the derivative of Ct is 1 if you calculate, oh, this is, sorry, times 62. Supposed to be times 62 here. 62 here. And if you calculate 62 times this number, 0.02, it is 1.24 e or minus 0.02 t divided 1 plus e to power minus 0.02 t squared. If you substitute 75 into this equation and you calculate, the result is 0.185. Next question. Compare and interpret in context the values of derivative B75 and derivative C75. If you compare, derivative C75 is 0.185, while derivative B75 is 0.243. So the derivative B75 greater than derivative C75. So it means we can state that the population in Benoit's model is increasing at a faster rate rather than Cecilia's model. Number 11, a line L is defined by L minus x over 2 plus 1 equal y plus 4 equals z third. Find the equation of L expressing your answer in the form R equal A plus lambda D, where lambda element of real number. A. L defined as minus x over 2 plus 1 y plus 4 equals z third. That's right. And let the common value be t. So if the common value t, we can writing that minus x half plus 1. Sorry, this is 1 actually. Minus x half plus 1 equal t. So minus x half equal t minus 1, or x equal minus 2t plus 2. Y plus 4 equal t. So t equal y equal t minus 4. C third equal t. So z equal t third. 3t, I mean, not t third. Let's continue. And the position vector, we can find the position vector actually x, y. See, according to this result, so we can writing the position vector. X is minus 2t plus 2. Y is t minus 4 and z equal 3t. So we can writing like this: 2 times 4, 0 plus t minus 2, 1, 3, like this. So the vector equations of the line R equal A plus lambda B based on this form. We can writing as R equal 2 minus 4, 0 plus lambda times minus 2, 1, 3. This one. Question B. Determine the minimum distance from the origin O to the line L. The formula for the minimum distance, I will using this formula. D equal, or distance equal, modulus A cross B divided by modulus B. Okay. The cross product of two vectors, if A cross B, like this, and if A element A1, A2, A3 multiply B1, B2 and B3. The cross product is A2B3 minus A3B2, then A3 times B1 minus A1 times B3, A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Or if we substitute the previous information, we can find minus 4 times 3 minus 0 times 1, 0 times 2, minus 2 I mean, minus 2 times 3, 2 times 1, minus 4 times minus 2. Okay. Scroll down. So A cross B, we gain 2 minus 4, 0, 2, 1, 3. And just now this is the calculation, and the result is minus 12, minus 6, minus 6. So, and modulus A cross B, the root minus 12 squared minus 6 squared minus 6 squared. And if you calculate, the result is square root 216 or 6 square root 6. And modulus B equals square root minus 2 squared plus 1 squared plus 3 squared. And the result is square root 14. So distance is 6 square root 6 divided by square root 14 times square root 14 over square root 14, 6 square root, 6 times 14 is 84 over 14, and this is 6 times square root 4 times square root 21 over 14. So this is 6 times 2, 12 square root 21 over 14 divided by 2, 6 square root 21 over 7. This is the distance. Next question. A plane pi is divided by pi, 6x minus 3y plus 5c equals 24. Verify that pi contains L. C. L, line L passes through a coordinate point P, 2 minus 2 lambda minus 4 plus lambda and 3 lambda. Just now we found this coordinate point. Given x equal, this is x, x equal 2 minus 2 lambda, that's 1, y minus 4 plus lambda, and c 3 lambda x, y, and z. And substitute x, y, z into L, 6x minus 3y plus 5z. According to the information that 6x minus 3y plus 5z equal 24. Let me substitute x, y, z into this expression and we can evaluate whether the result is 24 or not 24. Right, let's resubstitute. 6 times 2 minus 2x, 2 lambda, sorry, minus 3 times minus 4 plus lambda plus 5 times 3 lambda. And it becomes 12 minus 12 lambda plus 12 minus 3 lambda plus 15 lambda. And if you calculate this, minus 12 lambda, minus 3 lambda, minus 15 lambda, and the result 12 plus 12 is 24. So prove that the line L is contained in the plane pi. Next question, D. The second line, M is parallel to pi. The line M passes through the point 4, 1, 2 and intersects the z-axis. Find the equations of M, expressing your answer in the form S equals C plus mu D, where mu element of the real number. D. Line M passes through 4, 1, and 2 in matrix, in column matrix. And on the z-axis at 0, 0, z. So line M passes through 4 this coordinate point and this coordinate point, 2 coordinate point. The direction, so the direction of M the directions of M is, I'm writing here, D equal PQR equal 4, 1, and 2 minus C. Okay, because 4 minus 0 is 4, 1 minus 0 is 1, and 2 minus C is this one, 2 minus C. And the directions of the normal pi, the direction of the normal pi is 6 minus 3 and 5. It's according to the this one, to the line L, 6x minus 3y plus 5z. Let's continue. By the scalar product with M and with M scalar product scalar product with m and pi. This is m and pi. We can gain z like this. The scalar product for 1, 2 minus z. This scalar product dot 6 minus 3, 5 equals 0. So we can calculate 4 times 6, 24. 1 times minus 3 minus 3. And then 5 times 2, 10. 5 times minus z minus 5, z equals 0. 4 minus 3 is 21 plus 10, 31 plus 5, z equals 0. So we gain z equal 31 over 5, 31 fifths. So next, so direction of m, can state as p q r equal 4, 1, 2 minus, because z equal this one, 31 fifth, 31 fifth, okay, like this, and it equal 4, 1, 2 minus 31 fifth is, I'm going to show you this, 2 minus 31 fifth. This is 10 fifth minus 31 fifth equal 21 minus 21 fifth. So this is minus 21 fifth. This. And the equation form, according to the question, the equation form S equal C plus mu D, like this. So C equal 4, 1, 2 plus mu times PQR, or C equal 4, 1, 2 plus mu times 4, 1 minus 21 fifth, like this. Number 12, a curve C has equation y equal 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus k. X element real number and x not equal minus k, where k is a real positive constant. Show that dy dx equal to x squared plus 4kx plus 6k plus 3 over x plus k squared. Y equal 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus k. To find the derivative of y, I will using substitution u and v. Let u equal 2x squared plus 6x minus 3. So du dx equal 4x plus 6, and v equal x plus k. The v dx equal 1. So dy dx equal phi du dx minus u d phi df over x plus k squared. Substitute this information. Phi is x plus k du dx for x plus 6 minus u to x squared plus 6x minus 3 times 1 over x plus k squared. After that, expand this, multiply 4x squared, 4kx, 6 plus 6k, 6x first, 6k minus 2x squared minus 6x plus 3 because minus and minus over x plus k squared. 6x cancel 6x. 4x squared minus 2x squared. 2x squared. And after that, 4kx plus 6k plus 3 over x plus k squared. So let's compare with the question. Okay, this one. Same. Find the range of values of k for which a local minimum or maximum, points exist. Local minimum and local maximum point. We can determine. We can gain local minimum or local maximum when dy dx, when the derivative equal 0, and derivative is this one. We gain the derivative. So it means this expression is equal 0 to x squared plus 4kx 6k plus 3 over x plus k squared equals 0. Now divide left hand side, not divide, calculate, multiply x plus k squared. Left hand side and right hand side multiply by x plus k squared. And we get to x squared plus 4kx plus 6k plus 3 equal 0. For the real solution, we have to determine that the discriminant should be less than 0. That's for real solutions of k. We are going to find k. So on this equation, a equal 2, b equal 4k, and c equal 6k plus 3. I'm going to move here. So discriminant equal b squared minus 4ac. So b squared, it means 4k squared minus 4 times 2 times 6k plus 3. And according to this information, that it should be less than 0. or 16k squared minus 8 times this one, 48, yes, 48k, and 8 times 3 minus 24, yes, I got 0. We have to set this inequality becomes equation because we are going to find k, right? So 16k squared minus 18, 8k, 24 equals 0. After that, divided by 8, I think. So by 8, it is 2k squared minus 6k minus 3 equals 0. So a equal 2, b equal minus 6, and c equal minus 3. Scroll down first. Okay. K1 and K2 equal minus b. It means 6 plus minus square root b squared minus 6 squared minus 4 times 2 times minus 3 divided by 2 times minus 2 times 2, sorry, 2 times 2 because a equals 2. And if you calculate, the result is 6 plus minus square root. This is 16 plus, this is 64, and becomes 6 plus minus 2, sorry, because 4 times 15, 4, and simplify becomes 3 plus minus 2 square root 15 half. True number line. Okay, this is 3 minus 2 square root 15 half, and this is 3 plus 2 square root 15 half. This inequality, the inequality is 2k squared, 2k squared minus 6k, I mean, minus 6k minus 3 less than 0. And if less than 0, it means the solution area here. Okay, but as at this side, the solutions or the number are negative. This is negative number, and the solution is positive number. So we have to receive k value is positive. So the solution is k greater than this one, the solution is not this one, not this left side, this right side. K greater than 3 plus square root 15 half. This is K. And the next question. Consider the curve C when K equal 2. Okay. Write down the equations of the vertical asymptote. The vertical asymptote. Okay. Let's scroll down first. The denominator of the function is x plus k. And if you will find the vertically asymptote, we have to set that x plus k equal 0. From the previous solution, we get that k equal 2. So it means substitute 2 into this equation and it is x plus 2 equals 0. So x equal minus 2. So this is the vertically asymptote. Next question, D. Find the equation of the oblique asymptote. The oblique asymptote when k equal to the function becomes y equal 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus 2. Just now x plus k, but k equal to. So this function becomes 2x squared plus 6x minus 3 over x plus 2. Now we will find this division. 2x squared plus 6x divided by x plus 2. Okay, times 2x. This is 2x squared plus 4x. And it is 0, 2x minus 3. Next, times 2. 2x plus 4 minus 0. This is minus 7. So the result is 2x plus 2 plus minus 7 over x plus 2. So this is y. After we divide this expression and this expression. So the asymptote, the oblique asymptote, the asymptote is y equal to x plus 2. And so this is the asymptote of this function. Next question. E. Show that dy dx greater than 2 for x element real number x not equal minus 2. E. On part D, we gain that y equal 2x plus 2 plus minus 7 over x plus 2. This is from part D. And dy dx, to find the derivative of this function, dy dx is 2 plus, now derivative of this one, this is my note. If y equal minus 7 over x plus 2, so this is actually, we can writing as minus 7 times x plus 2 to the power minus 1. And dy dx equal minus 7 times minus of x plus 2 to the power minus 2 times 1. This is the implicit derivative. So it becomes 7 because 1 times minus times the minus 1 times minus 7 times minus 1, positive 7 x plus 2 power minus 2, or 1 or 7 over x plus 2 squared. So we will be using this dy dx for the derivative of this expression. So it becomes 2 plus 7 over x plus 2 squared, like this. Or I can writing like this. Minus 2 divided x minus 2 equals 7 over x plus 2 squared. For this equation, we have to set that 7, this expression 7 over x plus 2 squared should be greater than 0. Impossible if less than 0. If less than 0, the result will be minus. So this, okay, 7 over x plus 2 squared should be greater than 0. If 7 over x plus 2 if 7 over x plus 2 squared greater than 0, it means dy dx also, dy dx minus 2 also greater than 0. So the implication dy dx greater than positive 2 is what? F. Sketch the curve C showing clearly both asymptotes and the general behavior of C as it approaches to its asymptote. You are not required to find any excess intercepts. Okay, so no need to find the intercepts point on x-axis and y-axis. So there are two asymptotes. The first asymptote x equal minus 2, and the second asymptote is y equal 2x plus 2. Especially for this asymptote, we need to find this line, the intersection point with x-axis and y-axis. Intercept on x-axis means we need to set y equals 0. If y equals 0, 2x plus 2 equals 0. So x equal minus 1. So the coordinate point minus 1, 0. And next, the intercept on y-axis. We need to set x equals 0. If x equals 0, y equal, this is 0 equal 2. And the coordinate point 0, 2. Let me sketch. So sketch first the straight line of this is asymptote x equal minus 2. And next asymptote, the second asymptote, y equal 2x plus 2. This is 0, 0, 2. I will using the different color. One. Okay, this is 0, 2. And then minus 1, 0 here. And wait, like this. Okay, you can set your picture, you can set your graph by yourself. So this is 0, 2, and this point is minus 1, 0. And that we sketch. Sorry, that we sketch like this. This is the asymptote. This. Okay, this is the graph.